Martha Gay Scroggins has a varied background from horticulture, landscape, and urban design, disciplines I always have a great fondness for. She's been farming organically for 35 years, and she's the director of the Guelph Center for Organic Farming. And she's a founding member of 2 recent food co-ops, and she has a whole lot of other qualifications that I think she will serve as a wonderful speaker to introduce us to the whole very large topic of food, which we are expecting to return to on a number of occasions. So our first speaker is Martha Gay Scroggins.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you for inviting me. It's a pleasure to be here, and I think it's terrific what you're doing in Eden Mills, and perhaps food security can in fact become a reality here. Just a little note that we can in fact build models for creating a local food security supply system. I think it's really easy, and I think that we just have to look at the will of our communities, and then everything else falls into place. Our farming sustainably means we're looking after nature. We're not going against it, it's just there, and we start to improve. As you build organic farming systems, your water, your air, your soil becomes healthier, and each year it should become healthier as we go. And I truly believe we're at a cusp of developing new farm economy. I think with unemployment going up in the state of affairs politically, economically, there's a fantastic opportunity to be training the youth, whether it's in the schools, the little babies, which you'll see, to retired folk who want to learn how to survive. I teach at the University of Guelph now, and I'm finding that the students are coming out from all different disciplines wanting to learn how to survive. Basically, they want to learn how to build shelter. They want to learn how to grow their own food. It's a really lousy slide, but it's a slide I can't show all the time. I think that food is medicine. It comes from the ground. It's just an image from a lady in Egypt from a National Geographic book that I found, and I just think that it's very simple. Those are simple foods from their land. They're not trying to make white beets and all of these other products that we have become so accustomed to seeing. It's just back to the basics, and that basic is supplying our nutrition. Okay. Just a couple of notes. This is some work that was done by Jennifer Sumner from the University of Guelph, just to show that the studies have been done that there really truly are hundreds of people in southern Ontario and in Ontario in general building capacity here. So it's about farmers, and it's about building bridges to encourage basically new farmers. We do not have the supply of good quality food. As you saw from the Hellmans, it's all coming in from abroad. And that really is quite a truthful little, I think, exercise that Hellmans did. And I think it's terrific, because I think it's really scary that we can't feed ourselves. Next. Just a couple of points and this sort of leads to what you're looking at here in this community. It's not carbon neutral per se, but certainly sequestration, cleaning our water, our air, looking at biodiversity and sort of almost the bioregional aspect of what we can do in our local economies, or communities, whether it's here in Eden Mills or Guelph or Cambridge or Waterloo. Each area has its own bioregion. And that means we can grow certain things, but not everything. So start to select what is good for this climate. So looking at the bioregion is important. And obviously, human health, healthy communities, we build health in our soils, which is really where it starts from. Then we have healthy bodies and healthy communities. And ultimately, I think that's one of our goals. Just a couple more little points. It's just I talk about this every day, so I just have to reiterate it again and again, that local organic farming, if we wanted to drop the word organic because of its overuse and use the word sustainable, that's fine. I don't think it really matters. I think what really matters is that we're talking about growing food without the use of GMO seeds, without the use of any chemicals whatsoever, from fungicides to, there's an enormous barrage of chemical input in our land, and it's going up every day. Next. Just to, I teach this to the little kids, but those are 12 fruits and vegetables that if you are going to buy organic, buy these ones. Support these farmers, even if it's coming from a country. I mean, lemons and all the citrus should be on that list as well. They are, and you can't wash it off, even though there's wash in the grocery stores, vegetable wash. It's really difficult to get the pesticide off the food. The pesticides and other sides are in the food. It's been taken up by the root system. So as you saw from the Hellman's pears, we import an incredible amount of pears. We've lost our industry here. We need to bring that back. And the pesticide use has in fact risen. This is just a stat from '04. It's gone up exponentially since then. So we're rising in the chemical trade. Next. Just to point out that organic isn't always perfect. This is a dairy in the States that was recently fined substantially. They lost their certification, but Aurora Milk sold a lot of milk under the organic label, and yet the milk came from that. And it was quite an eye-opener for the USDA. They have since been shut down, but if you're buying organic from China, you can't quite believe that what you get is what you think you might be buying and supporting and paying a very high premium for. So just question organic too, which is why we come back to local. My son often asks me, Mom, if you had to choose between local and organic, which is it? And I can't split that. It has to be together. You can't have one without the other. Next. This is actually, these are cows from Whole Circle Farm a couple of weeks ago. Truly happy cows. They come and talk to you, and they really are looking